Hello everyone, today we have a new AR defense. I played with a curve line for way too long I believe, and it's nice to have something different for once. And this is my Pathfinder Restore Rally Trap using my new Legendary Byleth +5 merge, which is kind of unfortunate because I wasn't looking for him. But this is the end result. And when I think about it, Drive NFU is very powerful in AR defense because you can combine this effect with dazzling and damage reduction. And Byleth itself is very strong against common threats like Brave Aether, Fallen Edelgard, Fallen Leon, Brave Ike. So Legendary Byleth will cover for both frontline ranged cavalries. And as for the slots, as you can see, Byleth is 7 slot. To avoid isolation, he will be danced by Azura. And as for the restore trap, I wanted Veronica to have a priority for Samamiya and then Legendary Chrom after Samamiya. This is important because, as you will see here, if she targets Samamiya, she will get a follow-up dance from Triandra, which will not be possible if Veronica targets Legendary Chrom. So now, while I know you can still isolate Veronica, you cannot obviously keep Mila here in lane 1 because everyone has a building or fortress in lane 1, which means turn 2, Veronica is completely free to use Restore Trap. In fact, it is possible through Pathfinder that turn 1 Restore Trap will activate and target Chrom. This is because Odd Recovery is not protecting Chrom. And with respect to the rally trap, if both cavalries are baited, Byleth will choose Samamiya in priority because she has higher BST. And now with Samamiya, I really recommend you to use something like Quicken Pulse. 2 times Moonbow is very powerful. And in fact, about Samamiya, I believe she has become, thanks to professorial text, a lot more viable than ever before. For a ranged cavalry to combine node follow-up and damage reduction from Summer Strikers is kind of broken, to tell the truth. And here Lul is probably better on Byleth rather than Ruse because Frightful Dream will kind of overlap with Ruse. So in the end, Lul is better, but to tell the truth, it wasn't an easy decision. I started the week with Ruse instead. And here, as you can see, for a first attempt, this defense is pretty good. And now for the first replay, I was using Duoleaf because I was thinking Duoleaf has more power than Samamiya, but I'm very disappointed. Since everyone is using Duoleaf, people who are well aware of this meta bring very often Guinevere and Micaiah. At least from my replays, I always see Guinevere every time, and Duoleaf is a big clown. Also, I was having hesitation here, as you can see, between Byleth and Triandra positioning. Having Triandra here is bad because, well, Turn Wheel activates on Triandra. She's not covered by Odd Recovery. So, well, after that I was thinking maybe it's better to move Byleth lane 3 and Triandra lane 2. So now he's not getting a follow-up dance from Triandra. And Veronica suicide. And Duoleaf is a big clown when you have the good counters. So 20 damage considering she has strong debuff and she still has no trouble one-shotting every mage. And here very interesting, Chrom not activating Change Fate on Triandra. Why? Because this person didn't destroy the chairs. So no one is threatening, as you can see, no one is threatening Triandra. So this is why I was thinking maybe I should move to the left this green chair just to increase a little bit the likelihood of seeing Chrom activating Change Fate. I'm pretty sure if this player brings no building, he could have turn 2 immediately, have Freya destroy my legendary Chrom. So instead, this happens, my Chrom gets 1 kill. So next one now, is very confusing. You have Fallen Edelgard with Fortress. Why would you do this? With Fortress, you have no offensive power. Why would you do this for Gale Force? It's confusing. Also, why would you use Flame for Gale Force? It makes no sense to me. And why attack Speed Push 2 on Dagger? Well, you will see anyway, she's not dealing damage. She attacks my Duolith 3 times and she's not able to kill him. This pains me to watch. And now you know I also dislike and hate Edelgard, so I am activating combat animation just to show you my Byleth in action and how he kills Fallen Edelgard. Please save a line, Byleth.
Here is something to believe in. My path ends.
Good riddance. She is a mistake and she has to be erased. And later on you will see a lot of players will use Edelgard against me. This is confusing. I have legendary Byleth and we still want to use a Fallen Edelgard. Here Chrom uses Change Fate because Peony was, as you can see, she was threatening this tile, so Chrom uses Change Fate to protect Triandra from enemies' threat range. I'm saying this because this is water season, so if you are playing Arena, you will see Chrom very often, so you want to understand how this works. And so, like I said before, I'm still confused as to why people keep using Fallen Edelgard against Byleth. Well, at least this one has Attack Death Ideal. It's much better, but still, Chrom plus Byleth NFU, it's not a good idea. And for this match, you will see that a Restore Trap triggers on Chrom, because Chrom is debuffed by Temari Plus. And this happens, Rally, and Dance. I am about to activate here the combat animation so that you can see again Byleth in action. Max buffs.
Here is something to believe in. My path ends.
And he says the line again. Next one, and once again Fallen Edelgard, but this time we have Kronia, no Sea Disrupt, double Savage Blow, and Fallen Edelgard has Attack Death Solo. And there is another guest here, a unit you don't see very often, which is Halloween Actor. The seal is confusing. Why Armored Boots? Because you can use, instead of Armored Boots, Armored March. It will benefit Fallen Edelgard. She will get 2 movements. And here something bad happened because of a catapult destroying infantry score. Then Triandra moved to the right side. So this is now becoming kind of a big mess. And the rally trap not working as intended. But Veronica is faster, so she avoids follow-up. And here's something interesting as a behavior. Byleth is using Rally on Azura, and I assume this is because she has Wings of Mercy. In other words, she was threatened by someone, because Veronica has low health. Doing all this to destroy the buildings, well, you know this is not going well. And here I love the interaction. Reposition, dance, Pathfinder giving free movement. Tactics room hurts definitely my dancer Triandra now because she cannot dance Byleth. And now Byleth versus strongly debuffed Fallen Edelgard. Combat animation please.
I will protect you. My path ends here.
This Byleth is such a monster. And Pathfinder for movement.
Here is something to believe in.
And here another Fallen Edelgard. I'm not surprised anymore. It keeps happening for some reason. Lul attack res on Mila is curious. And there is Guinevere. I'm still confused because this defense doesn't have a lot of mages. Well, except Byleth, but Byleth is green. And here, big mistake. Because now, Byleth rally and he's danced against a strongly debuffed Edelgard, max buff Byleth. Let's use combat animation.
I will protect you. My path ends here.
How many Fallen Edelgard this Byleth has killed? I cannot count them. But it's such a treat watching Byleth doing this kind of stuff repeatedly every single match. Not only he is strong, but his supportive abilities drive NFU is crazy strong, especially on cavalries. And here, I think I'm disappointed with Samamiya. It's not as if she was debuffed by sabotage attack. And 21 times 2 is disappointing. She needs attack IV. Really. And here, like I said before, it keeps happening for some reason. Another for an Edelgard. Well, at least this player has only one building, the tactics room, which is much better. Legendary Leaf, Vantage, Double Death Blow, why not? So the player actually waited next turn. I was hoping he would use Legendary Leaf for hit and run. This would be much more interesting, but instead what he did is this. And I don't think this is a good idea against NFU Chrom and Byleth. Look, this is interesting. Note, perform the follow-up on enemy phase. This shows you that professorial text works on both phases. They all get note follow-up on both phases. Very interesting. And now, strongly debuffed Edelgard again. So, who gets a kill? Well, this time it's not Byleth, it's someone else. Let's go. Legendary Chrom.
I am absolute. My path ends here.
It's pretty interesting. I know she's strongly debuffed, but Chrom surviving Bonfire is interesting. And drive NFU. Very funny. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm not using flash anymore on Veronica for this kind of defense. The reason for this is because I think NFU, Drive NFU already protects Veronica and Samemiya, so there's no need to use something like flash. What I need is more power, and Veronica's staff, her personal staff, is very strong, inflicting -3 defense res on the enemies, providing 3 attack speed on allies. It's a big swing of stats in your favor. I know some people would say, yes, Brave Hector can one-shot you, Bonfire can one-shot you, from also Edelgard, but applying Ruse protects you against Bonfire activation on first hit. And this actually scared me. This is a perfect counter to my defense. As you know already, Samemiya has now only one weakness, and this is called Brave Weapon. Indeed, Altina is a big problem, and she's paired with Micaiah No C Disrupt against Veronica. And Byleth is green. So, against Altina, look at this res. And Infantry Skull. And Ruse instead of Lul. So it's not going well. Byleth is dealing obviously 0 damage. And Samemiya will definitely fail to one-shot Altina. The reason why I managed to get 1 kill is because he misplaced. Well, Peony, as you can see. Rally. Dance. If he played better, I would be dead. I can tell you this. Because look at the positioning of Chrom and Freya. It's obvious that Freya will kill Chrom next turn. So here, buffs on Mia. Good. But it's not enough. If I have Summer Lilina, she would definitely one-shot Altina, but I need a duo hero. And I want to keep Chrom. I want this unit. This is such a wonderful unit. Such a wonderful refine, and Dragon Skin 2, super good. Look at this resistance. Dragon Wall, Speed Res Rain. I am definitely getting some merges on her for the next remix. Boe. I'm kind of disappointed here because I wanted to see Grima in action, but I can understand why he's hiding Grima because, well, because of Byleth. But Boe versus Byleth is not going well for Boe. It's a one-shot. Boom. And Samemiya doing wonders. So yeah, we are not going to see legendary Grima in action, at least not too much. But she's still interesting, as you would see now, because she can actually survive a one-shot from Byleth. Pretty close. But it's really interesting. Sublime Heaven, if you remember, is super strong against dragons. So surviving this is very, very interesting. Once again, plus 10, Winter Altina. That is super impressive, very expensive. But why would you bait Veronica instead of Samemiya? While you have also plus 10 Fallen Leon, No C Disrupt, Quick Riposte. What you wanted to do is Fallen Leon versus Veronica and Winter Altina versus Samemiya, and you would destroy my team. Mila plus 10, very impressive. Dagger plus 10, and even Freya plus 10. That is very expensive. But there is a big mistake here, you will see. He didn't use turn 1 Mila to isolate Veronica. So now, Restore Trap happens, triggers, and activates on Chrom. Now, Rally, and Dance. Max buff, strong debuff, and I am going to allow combat animation. I want you to see that. Blood Tome is not working. So yes, damage reduction any kind doesn't work. And he just gave up. But he has a tool to destroy my defense, really. And this is kind of confusing. Look at this legendary leaf. Heavy Blade and S Drink. Why would you do something like that? Anyway, I think Chrom and Leaf is an interesting pair because both have extra actions, double actions. So for hit and run, it's very interesting. And here again, Tactics Room is a big mess for my Rally Trap, but at least the Restore Trap happens. Failing to kill Chrom. And here my Chrom attacks before Samamiya, who gets the kill. This is interesting because it makes me think that Samamiya alone would fail to perform a follow-up. So she wouldn't kill Freya. So here, because my Azura is ready to attack Leaf, there is a rally from Byleth, Dance, and a suicide attack. And wow, Byleth surviving a special from Chrom. That's pretty interesting. Byleth is definitely a strong carry. And here I was hoping that Triandra could get also Wings of Mercy. And this is a must watch. Please watch carefully. This is a crazy Gale Force. I am not, however, fully convinced because if it implies using low merge mythics, it's not good for your scoring, but it's still crazy. So Benedetta and this. Level 1 Dance. Why? Well, you will understand in a moment because of a low HP. And the skill called Reciprocal Aid. And Bridal Catria has something interesting, Near Trace and Hot Tempest. And this is a crazy interaction. I would love to get those skills. I don't have those. Oh, and this. Edelgard. Fallen Edelgard. And you will see, you're about to see something crazy. I'm not sure about Freya. Death Blow, Heady Bearing, it's not good. So I am about to allow combat animation because this is a must watch. Boom, Brave Effect, Fallen Edelgard. That is crazy stupid.
You look radiant, as do you. You're the best.
Benedetta is not doubling. Note, as you can see, the damage reduction 28 times 2 is active, so she's just having Brave Effects on Note, which allows her to one round Note. And here, Brave Effect on Byleth because, of course, NFU doesn't work against Brave Effect. But here, these players still made a big mistake. Because now, look, someone has to die. Bridal Catria. She's not about to survive one hit from my Veronica. But I think Veronica decided to kill Freya because she has, well, more HP. I think the execution is kind of clumsy, but it's very interesting and crazy. And now for our last match, nothing crazy. As you can see, it's your typical Brave Iconocy Disrupt with Lucina, double drive attack, and why not adding Flame for double damage reduction, The problem is that it doesn't work against legendary Byleth, and you already know why. So dance and rally. And then, boom, reposition, dance, and now he's ready to attack. Brave Ike. Max Bus, I want you to see how he's going to destroy Brave Ike.
For a new tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
A new tomorrow should be a tomorrow without damage reduction. That is the meaning of that sentence.